Brittany Force, one of the brightest stars in NHRA drag racing, has announced that she will step away from racing at the end of the 2025 season. The two-time Top Fuel world champion revealed that her next chapter will focus on starting a family. A deeply personal decision after dedicating more than a decade of her life to one of the most intense sports on earth. In a touching essay shared with Fox Sports, Brittany opened up about her journey, her family, and what it meant to grow up as the daughter of the legendary 16-time funny car champion, John Force. For millions of fans, John Force is a household name, a larger-than-life figure in drag racing. But for Brittany, he was simply Dad, a man whose courage, determination, and passion shaped not just a career, but a family legacy. My dad crashed and went up in flames more times than I can even remember. But every single time he'd climb out of the car, throw his hands up for the fans, and talk about how incredible the explosion was. To me, he was Superman, always doing the impossible. The fans loved him for it, and so did I. A childhood at the track. For Brittany, racing wasn't something she stumbled upon. It was all around her. Her childhood memories are filled with the sounds of roaring engines, the smell of burning rubber, and long weekends spent traveling from track to track with her mother and sisters. As John Force built his empire and defined what it meant to be a drag racing legend, Brittany and her siblings were right there, watching from the sidelines. But despite being surrounded by speed her whole life, Brittany never imagined herself in the driver's seat. "Those cars are violent," she once said, "and it takes a tough person to drive one." It wasn't fear that held her back. It was respect. She understood the danger, having watched her father walk away from countless wrecks and explosions that could have ended it all. Following in her sister's footsteps, everything shifted for Brittany when her older sister, Ashley Force Hood, took the leap into racing. Ashley didn't just compete in NHRA funny car. She won. Watching her sister succeed showed Brittany that women could carve out their own place in a male-dominated sport. It wasn't until my sister Ashley got behind the wheel that I realized women can compete and succeed in a field dominated by men. As her younger sister, I wanted to do everything she did, so I followed in her footsteps, and in my father's footsteps too. That realization set Brittany on a path that would eventually make her one of the fastest women and fastest people in NHRA history. With her sisters, Ashley and Courtney, Brittany found not only inspiration, but lifelong friendship. The three Force daughters shared a deep bond, supporting one another through the long, grueling racing seasons. Building her own legacy. While her father's name opened doors, Brittany built her own reputation with hard work and fearless determination. Known today as the Queen of Speed, she's the proud holder of NHRA's fastest and quickest runs, 343.51 miles per hour and 3.623 seconds, respectively. Her two world championships, in 2017 and 2022, cemented her place among drag racing's elite. Working alongside renowned crew chief David Grubnick, Brittany and her team constantly pushed the limits of performance, breaking records and redefining what was possible on the drag strip. Every run, every win, and every explosion was a step in carving out her own legacy, separate but forever connected to the Force name. A new chapter ahead. As the 2025 NHRA season nears its end, Brittany currently sits fifth in the Top Fuel standings with 2,291 points, just behind leader Doug Kalita. With 2 races remaining, in Las Vegas and Pomona, her focus remains as sharp as ever. But this time, the finish line represents something different. After 13 years behind the wheel, Brittany is ready to shift gears in life. After spending the past 13 years behind the wheel and fully devoted to NHRA drag racing, I made the tough decision to step out of the driver's seat at the end of this season to focus on starting a family with my husband, Bobby. I'm not ruling out a return to racing in the future, but that's a decision I'll consider further down the road. Watching her sisters start families helped her embrace this decision with peace and pride. For Brittany, the journey ahead might not involve race fuel or roaring engines, but it's one fueled by love, purpose, and legacy. The end of a chapter, not the story. As Brittany Force prepares to say goodbye, at least for now, to the NHRA community, Fans across the country are celebrating her remarkable career. From her first hesitant steps into the driver's seat to becoming a record-shattering champion, she's shown what it means to carry a family name with honor while still building her own identity. In many ways, Brittany's story mirrors her father's, filled with fire, perseverance, and heart. And though she may be stepping out of the cockpit, her impact on drag racing will continue to inspire the next generation of drivers, especially young women who dare to chase speed and greatness. Brittany Force may have been Superman to Brittany, but to countless fans, Brittany Force has become a hero in her own right.